Russia A. Russia A. This one. Russia receive. Russia receive. USA serve. Serve. Yeah. B. Russia A. Okay. Thank you. Okay.
It's like the headshot. Oh, yeah. It's like an evil rock.
We are just about 10 minutes away from the start of a crunch game between Russia and the USA here in Lille. They're battling for top spot. Who will be first and who will be second? We'll find out over this best of 5 sets match. Russia with their strongest team possible going after.
Hello, everybody can hear me? Perfect. Wicked. Okay.
IFIBB Men's Volleyball Nations League has come to Lille, France for the finals of this inaugural competition. 6 teams came here. Poland, well, they've gone home already. Brazil, Russia and the USA are through to the semi-finals. Serbia and France will be battling it out to see who will take the last semi-final spot. Well, hello and welcome to this magnificent Pierre Moret Stadium. Clayton Lucas here with you for our feature match as the USA get ready to take on Russia. It is a battle for top spot, and in these crossover semis, it's one plays two. This was Russia arriving earlier, up to full strength for the VNL with Maxim Mihailov and Volvic available and playing here at these finals. And a team that looked very good with their victory over Poland, beating them by 3-1. And with Poland failing to get past the USA, well, at the end of the road for them. This was Russia arriving onto the main court. High fives for the fans. This was the USA arriving just a little bit earlier on. John Spore, the head coach, with a very talented team at his disposal. May not be the strongest team who play in this one, as he may perhaps have a look at the likes of TJ DeFalco in the blue t-shirt as an option for him. It's part of the starting 6. Maxwell Holtz may well be having a watching brief as well. Dusty Watton, the backup libero, may well be getting to the court time. That remains to be seen for sure. It all depends on what John Spore decides to do. Taylor Sander sprained his ankle in the game against Poland. He may well be rested for this one. Spore, as always, contemplative about what's going on and when it's happening. I'm delighted to be joined once again by Australia head coach Mark Lebedew. And Mark, for the two teams we've seen so far, this should be a really exciting game. Plenty of talent on offer.
Good evening, Clayton. It's great to be here again. You're absolutely right. There's a lot of talent on the court on both sides of the net. The Russians and the Americans come into this round as two of the top 3 form teams, I think, with France. We saw in their performances yesterday, especially the US, who were really dominating from start to finish. Russia had a few moments of difficulty against Poland, but in the end, in the decisive moments of the 4th set, their block really got on top of them. So today will be a matchup between, well, traditional foes.
This was the match point for the USA. Aaron Russell it was who had the serve. And it was just too hot for Poland to handle. It was put down by Anderson. It was a confident performance, a supreme performance really from the USA, getting past Poland and knocking them out. This is how the two pools look. Brazil are through, USA and Russia are through. They're now playing for position. France and Serbia will be up a little bit later on to see who'll be joining Brazil in Pool A. It doesn't get any less spectacular here. The matches have been fantastic. We're hoping for another one. This was the coin toss earlier for Fabrizio Pasquale, presiding over that. Turchi on the left of the screen, second official.
Russia, hey.
This is how the teams have fared, and it's Russia who have the edge. 35 victories to 23 in all major competitions to date. But it is a mixed bag. Russia had the victory in the VNL 3-0. USA had a victory last year. And these a few of the players to look out for both teams. Mikhailov had a bit of a rest in the preliminary rounds, but he's here in the finals and he's making a big impact.
That's how they built this arena, to make things happen. Ladies and gentlemen, a couple of seconds left for the warming up of Russia and the United States of America.
A great example. He always
Getting close.
He's always puts in his best effort. He does all the small things, not just the spectacular things. It's really fun to watch him for him today.
And for the USA, Micah Christensen, very talented setter, very good at linking up with his attackers.
Micah Christensen has been a really important player for the US as they've made a big jump up to the 2012 Olympic cycle. He really early on became one of the best setters in the world. Loves to hit the second ball with his left hand, and he's really wonderful to watch how he controls the game.
So the warm-up has come to an end, just about to find a few serves from Russia. Spiror looks to be quietly confident. He does have good strength in depth. He's got a good mixture of experience, age, and youth as well, with the likes of Kyle Ensing and Torre DeFalco in the squad. Experience of Matt Anderson and Maxwell Holtz. This could well be quite a tough task for the USA to get past Russia's block. One thing that Russia did struggle with a little bit in their match against Poland was their serve receive. Poland went after Kliuka big time. It did pay dividends. Just to see whether or not the USA follow the same tactic. All will be revealed once the game starts. Before that, though, we have the protocols to observe of the national anthems. The flag bearers bringing those flags onto court, and it is now time for the national anthems for both countries.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. May I ask you to stand and rise for the national anthem of Russia.
Mesdames et messieurs, veuillez maintenant vous lever pour les hymnes nationaux, en commençant par l'hymne national de la Russie.
And now, the national anthem of the United States of America.
Et maintenant, place à l'hymne national des États-Unis d'Amérique.
this group, Russia on the team of the United States of America. Our first referee is Fabrizio Pascali from Italy.
Premier arbitre d'Italie, Fabrizio Pascali.
And he's assisted by Mr. Paolo Turzi from Brazil.
Et second arbitre du Brésil, Paolo Turzi.
Challenge referee today is Mr. Nestor Shaban of Egypt. Taste then of things to come.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's meet the starting lineup of Team Russia. Welcome to play number 3, Dmitry Kovarev. Player number 4, Artem Volleyball. The captain, player number 7, Dmitry Volkov.
Artem Volvic is going through
Number 13, the tallest, Dmitry Musatsky. Number 17, Maxim Mikhailov. And number 18, Igor Klukov. The libero of Team Russia is number 9, Alexander Sokolov. And the head coach, Sergei Shlepnikov.
Will get the job done. It is arguably the strongest team that Russia can put out. It's a team that beat Poland 3-1.
The starters of Team United States of America, the 3-time Olympic champions. Lane number 2, the outside hitter, Aaron Russell.
Who didn't play in the opening match.
The middle blocker, number 4, Chef
Another player who didn't play, Jeffrey Jendrick, the second, is middle blocking.
The center of Team USA, number 7, Kavika Shoji. Number 8, DJ
This is not the USA's
DeFalco.
strongest team. Sorry, DeFalco, number 8, is getting
The
a
middle
run out because
blocker,
outside
number
hitter
10,
Daniel McDonald,
Dan
number 10,
McDonald.
is going through the middle.
And finally, number 26,
26, Kyle Ensing, is in the opposite slot. And
The libero of Team
is
USA
number
this
21,
time
Dustin
is number
Watson.
21,
So, Matt
Dustin
Anderson, Taylor
Watson.
Sander, Micah Christensen, Maxwell
And the
Hall,
head
Benjamin
coach
Patch,
of
David
Team
Smith,
USA
who all played
is John
in the
Spera.
first game against Poland. Get to watch and enjoy as the rest of the
Let's
team
turn the lights
will
on
get to
again.
go against Russia for this
Let's
one.
get
That's
it
who John Spera
started.
decided to put out.
Decisive game, preliminary Pool B.
This is how the Russia will be lining up.
Allez, mesdames et messieurs, avant de démarrer cette rencontre, nous allons vous inviter à vous lever pour la démarrer au mieux. Debout, 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 tous ensemble. Et avec vos clap-clap, on va taper dans les mains le plus fort possible pour votre équipe préférée, les États-Unis ou la Russie.
Not every day that we not saying that arguably the stars of the US, all of these guys played roles in preliminary rounds. Jendrick being one of the top blockers, Russell is as good as Sander or Anderson in the position for Dustin Watt, the high-level libero. These are all top players that we can
It's the USA in white serving, Russia in all blue receiving. It's day 3 from the FIVB Men's Volleyball Nations League, the finals here in Lille. This is a Pool B decider, as in who will be top and who will be second. Russia taking the opening point. This is their opportunity for a serve with Kovalev. Put away from Russell.
That's it from Kovalev. float serve. Falco's able to pass it reasonably easy, and Russell is a top-class outside hitter.
Shoji with the serve. Good swing from Russia. A little bit too hot for the USA to handle.
Wednesday's game, Lisewski didn't have his best day. There was some problems between him and the setter in terms of their rhythm, but they're right on in the first rally.
Covering by Karensing. A great block from Kiyuka to deny the USA.
It's good control by Enzing, but it gives Shoji only one option. Russell doesn't want to take on Lisewski, takes on Kiyuka instead, and ends up with the same result.
That's a tough serve, but well passed by Watton. And Enzing gets the ball down. That was a hard-fought side out for the USA.
The reception was really difficult to serve, but Shoji's set wasn't quite on the money. Enzing shows good athleticism to get to the ball and find the entry court.
Russell now for the USA. Get up from Watton. And there'll be block out for the USA. That's a real confidence booster of a swing for Karensing. He said where he was, they're probably beginning to disappear now for him.
Enzing takes on Lisewski where Russell didn't on the last play. Came after a really good defensive action by Watton.
Lisewski now back to serve for Russia. Excellent, lovely pace about that attack from the USA.
This is the real strength of the Americans. The way that they use the middle of the court, the balance between first tempo and pipe. As a group, they're probably the best at that in the world.
Oh, a serve from Jendrik. Great start for him.
It does look pretty easy when it happens like that. 65 kilometers an hour is fast for a float serve, but it's exactly in the spot between the two receivers. Kiyuka doesn't want to receive it, Volleyball's out of position. Looks easy.
That's a warm-up hit for Mikhailov.
In attack, the Russians certainly have their rhythm from the first one. You don't often see them bounce it like that during a game from the outside.
Mikhailov gets the serve. Bouncing serve. Put away by Kiyuka. And Mikhailov is definitely up for this one.
Really strong serve for the beginning of the match. We've seen the overpasses cause problems in a few matches,
Carry called against the USA. Donald is the guilty party.
I think if we watch all the bounces again, we'll see worse ones than that not good.
Not a tough serve from Russia. Just a down ball to deal with for the team in blue. Able to muster a decent attack, and the USA have a chance here. Good covering by Russell. Hammered away by Volleyball. The USA get a bit lucky, or get unlucky. They had chances, but they couldn't finish it off, and it's Russia who put the ball down.
It's the second good first tempo attack from the Russians, where, as I've mentioned already, they had some difficulties against Poland. It's a tough, really tough series from Mikhailov. The serve, he's gone after what hasn't played so much.
Across. He's got that curve coming in and drops down, hits that two-seam a lot. That management of that two-seam and pass in area one, that's the important part of his serve, okay? Yep. All right. Yeah. All right, who passes?
Actually, McDonald had to grab hold of Shoji because he was out of rotation and throw him back into rotation 5. I just wonder whether there's still a little bit of uncertainty about what the USA are doing at the moment. The pressure they're being put under by Russia.
The guys on the court for the Americans will be pretty eager. Perhaps what we're seeing is a little bit of over-eagerness, perhaps.
Like a foot fault by Mikhailov, and indeed it's been spotted by the lines judge, and it'll be the USA who take the point.
He went after Watton again on the serve. This time Watton made a good reception, although made all of that move.
With the serve, he's a Long Beach State University player. Just won the NCAA championships against UCLA. For all coaches, Mr. Falco, another one of those players for Long Beach State who was in that winning team just a few months ago. Russia dealing with the serve, getting a block out, taking the point.
It's a nice set from the setter on that one on that distance play. Nice swing as well.
Well, that was unlucky for Russell, the ball catching the top of the tape and just changing its direction and trajectory as a result.
Often the ball comes off the net tape and makes it easy for the receivers. Sometimes the small net touches are the ones that are the most difficult.
Not a tough serve. USA are scrambling. Block out from Voldic on the shoot ball in the middle. McDonald beaten. Russia now 11-6 up.
I don't think the Russians have missed one action yet. They've been really consistent on every play. In system, out of system.
So we're just going to have to pass the ball a little bit. So keep talking about where these balls are coming down in front of us, where they're going with the ball. Be real good on seams and cross into the seams. Okay? Pass this ball, weather this a little bit. Slide it. Here we go. Head up.
1, 2, 3. Try to get some rhythm together to be able to challenge the Russians until the next section comes out.
Ready to serve once again. Falco back to the serving line, Russell into the front row with McDonald and Shoji. A mismatch for Russia to exploit here. They've got Volkov who will be going against Shoji at the net. Watton couldn't handle that one.
Russians are really efficient right now. It's a perfect reception. Kovalev has really good rhythm with all hitters now. Watton got a big piece of it, but still, in that series, it's really difficult for the defense.
Russell thought he got it off the block. It's not quite going to come back. That was a decent touch by Kliuka. Just ran away though from Russia. USA will take the point.
It's a really high swing from Russell. That block is not a small block. It's got the top of the hands. Kliuka gets a big piece of it, but it's not enough for the guys to be able to chase it down.
Hit from McDonald.
McDonald's a pretty consistent server. He's had good series, good preliminary rounds from the service line, but it's the first two in a row that he's missed. One was pretty tentative and out, and that one was completely hit.
Lots of communication from the US as to what's happening. You may just have picked up then, got to just letting Leipzig know what was in front of him to help him with his decision making. Serve, Shoji. That's a good up by DeFalco. Luka had it covered. And that's a nice tip from Volkov, getting an unfinished US block.
It was a good swing out there from position 4. And that attack from Volkov, as soon as he goes to tip, the block loses its form, and then he can get it down the front.
With the self cover. Might just stay in play. And the coaches couldn't quite get out of the way to let Kovalev bring it back. Chairs, otherwise I think they've done that as well.
Good action by Russell there. The set's a little bit short. He stepped in well and he could beat Museski before he had a chance to put up a good block, or his normal block.
Museski.
We talked about that a lot in the previews for the first match and for the tournament as a whole, how they use Museski. He has a much higher volume in attack than every other middle. They can use him from even 4 meters, which is what they did there.
Museski now with the serve. Just going off the boil from that department from Russia at the moment.
The Americans have a little bit of rhythm now. They've had 4 or 5 side outs in a row, but they need to get some break points, need to get some action on their serve if they want to get back into this set.
Yuka was so high, he was over the top of everybody and he's mishitting.
Yuka's really one of the most athletic guys out there, and he's starting from 2 meters 8. As you say, he's so far over the block, sometimes he doesn't know what to do. Next time, I'm sure he'll do better.
Good dig, chance here for the US. Oh, it's been taken. Kovalev took it away from Volkov in defense.
Really good touch at the net. Shows you with a pretty good dig. But this action is really good. The normal option of the setter there would be to try to set it all the way across. He sets the easy option, and DeFalco makes a really good choice on the solution.
Fault by Jendrik.
It seems that they moved the court since yesterday. It's 2 footballs, first 30 points of the match.
Timeout, Russia leading by 3.
Hey, nice play. Nice play. Nice job. Good help. Hey, you guys getting a phenomenal idea of when you have help on this versus how far you need to make that move, right?
USA are going after Kliuka, which is what Poland did, but at the moment Kliuka seems to be up to the challenge of dealing with the service pressure that the USA are bringing.
They haven't caught him, apart from the ace between he and Volleyball, but they haven't caught him in quite the same angles that the Poles were able to do. The float serve, I think, from the Americans, from the French, from the Brazilians also, it's not quite at the same level that we saw from that Poland-Russia game. Volvic and Kovalev both have really good fast float serves, and a couple of the Polish guys too, in Maski and Womach, were also able to put a lot more pressure than we've seen in some other games.
Who has put pressure on from the serving line already is Mikhailov, and he has the ball again. That's a good serve, no middle attack coming from the US. Who's going to be given that one? It is the USA. Lovely block out.
It's a great heads-up play from Enzing. Made a pretty good hit. He might have thought that he had a chance, thought that was going to score, but he was ready to jump up and get the block out on the second one.
Going to the middle again, and they are going there as often as they can. Volvic this time putting the ball on the floor.
If you can play first tempo from that kind of reception consistently, makes the game really easy. It takes a lot of pressure off the receivers. You can see that on the scoreboard.
Covered by Russell. Oh, it's a great up! I was really unlucky for Kliuka. Got a hand under the ball, but Mikhailov couldn't continue the rally. Lovely set that from Watson.
Both of the sets there in difficult situations. The serve put the Americans under pressure straight away. Shoji made a good set on the first one to keep Enzing in rhythm, and DeFalco was able to score on the second high ball.
DeFalco with the serve.
The lead's only 3 points now. The Americans will be feeling a little bit more confident. It's actually a long way to go to the end of the set.
Zeski has gone to the bench, and Ilya Vlasov has replaced him. Much shorter, just 2 meters and 12 tall. Well, it's not him, but it's Volkov who's hit the other pass and he's touched the net.
It's a really good serve from Volvic, puts Russell under all sorts of pressure. And that's an error that nobody on the Russian side likes to see, last of all the coach.
Donald. First swing, just a continuation attack. Russell with a cheeky little block out.
It's just a little bit behind Russell. He doesn't have a chance to get a full swing, but he finds a little weak corner of the block and go block out.
Say after the shaky start they had, right back in the set now. Could be drawing level here. Good up from Enzing. Nice dig. Free ball here for the USA. Clever play from Russell. It's a mega rally. The USA who level the match.
There's a lot of nice actions in this rally. Reception on the tough serve. It's a good defense by Enzing. The high ball set's good. The block is good. Enzing makes a great first contact. Shoji keeps Russell in rhythm. You have to get another free ball, and that time Russell can win with the joust. That's the kind of play that, with the joust, with that two players touching the ball at the net, that causes some discussion whether it's a legal action or not. Very rarely seen called at this point.
This is the mega rally from Hawkeye. This is where it went, where it got dug, where it got spiked, where it got spiked again, blocked and dug. Kept on going. Just looking like a bit of a roller coaster now, isn't it? What's cool for the Americans is they're back on level terms here against Russia's strongest team. And maybe they might go in front. Russell trying to roll to the corner, but Volkov read it. And it is Kliuka who gets it off the block. No one able to get to the ball after it hit that block. Russia get their side out.
Seen that a lot these last 3 days. A difficult rally, but one team's able to put the ball into the middle of the court, and from there these guys can score even against the triple block.
Oh, good serve.
That's a really good serve. On that angle that we have at the side of the court, that's almost certain that that's actually going down as it crosses the net. It's a really tough serve to receive. It takes Russell in front of him.
Perfect, just pop.
It's a great Russia.
The first one that he did was pretty far up and it came up high. I felt like. I mean, it changes.
Hey, rotation 1 after we side out over there. Kavika's serving into 1. So let's make sure we're scheming.
Hey, let's go. Side out, side out, side out. 1, 2, 3.
USA.
Difficult for Ensing as the ball was a little low and in front of him. So 2-5 front.
The first set for Gendron was a little bit too low. He had no good angle past the block. And Ensing without an approach has a problem against these enormous Russians.
Good up. Not sure Ensing knew much about it. Ilov, though, finishes the points off, and Russia beginning to move away from the USA again.
America's touched Mikhailov in the block and defense a couple of times, or a few times at the beginning of the set. The time he had a clean swing. After great action by Ensing to keep the play alive in defense at position 1.
Cheap point for the USA.
Probably a little bit too late now. They fought back really well to make up a big deficit, get back to 18 all, and that series from Kovalev turned the set right back to where it was 5 minutes ago.
With the serve. Big serve as well. That's a big hit off the block from Mikhailov. And Russia take the point.
Mikhailov typically doesn't hit a lot of high balls, although he's very efficient at it. It's one he's not even trying to hit the court at any point. He knows where the hands are going to be. It's a hard and long.
USA, Ensing coming up with the goods.
Service pressure from Russia is really high at the moment. The Americans are scrambling to get the side out, which they can do after the high ball set from Gendrick. Attacking against the third blocker is always a good option.
Russell now. With the error, Russell went after him in serve, put a good ball up. How it matters with the swing.
Lean over the top of Ensing. Ensing's a little bit bigger than the setter. It's gone out. Taking a leap out of Mikhailov's a little bit gone. High hands, a little bit of point.
Mikhailov goes straight through DeFalco. It's now set point for Russia.
Mikhailov turns that ball down the line. That's a really tough block. Really tough to change sometimes.
The swing from DeFalco saves the first set point.
Vlasov is probably the least effective of the Russian servers, and the Americans are really happy to have an easy side out for a change. Falco step on there, fast and hit high points.
Just the jump float, going to make Russia play it. Good up by DeFalco. Oh, they went quick, but the blockade attempt doesn't work. Mikhailov gets the ball in court, and Russia take the set 25-22. They lead 1-0.
Really good dig and transition from DeFalco. They tried to keep it fast to beat the block with speed, but Mikhailov, as I said in the preview, is really good at all the small parts of the game. He fights hard to get to the outside, keeps his hands over the net. DeFalco would have been expecting that to be a point, probably against most teams in the world. He would have been. See Russia out-blocked and out-served or out-aced the USA. That spikes are equal. Russell with 6 of those American points.
Here are the highlights from the first set. This is where Russia have been putting their serves.
They've been attacking the front row passer for the US team. Front row passer always receives on the left. That's where their attacks been.
Also mixed it up a little bit.
Quite possible that they're going more after a single player, as we talked about before.
Volkov hasn't had, well, he's had very little to do in serve receive. That's mostly been where Kliuk has been. He's had to take the ball. He's been up to the job. Russia taking the first set.
I have a suspicion that Seski's done for the day. We'll see Russell in the rest of the game.
USA were going to put out his big guns in order to combat the USA's big guns. Once he saw what John Spore had done in the first set, he decided to rest Mazerski. He's trying to put it out. He's staying on the bench. Rezov is in for him. No changes for the USA, it's the same 6 that started set 1. Away we go with set 2. Russia leading 1-0. Kovalev with the serve. The ball in from one. Finish from Ensing.
That set seemed to be a little bit wide. Ensing had to chase after it. Did a really good job to get on top of it. Rip it across the ball.
By Shoji. Oh, brilliant finish from Ensing off of a fantastic dig down the line to start with.
It's a great set from Shoji from there. Running out of court. He's turning from the block. He doesn't know where everything is. He's not just getting his hands on it. He's setting that to a hitter. Ensing makes a dig. And scores.
For the USA, David Smith, we got a close-up of him celebrating. He was on the edge of his seat. It's a great play. Unfortunately, though, USA aren't able to capitalise on it. Not with the service error. Russia now have the point and the ball. Volkov it is who goes back to the serving line. Just looking for hands, and he found them.
Nice move by Shoji to keep that ball rhythm. It's just enough hesitation on the middle block because being early and Russell can go off the top of the head.
It was very nice as well, wasn't it, that Jendrik knew that it was all getting jammed up over there and comes behind on the quick play to keep the middle interested. Play by Kliuka.
Russians have a really nice rhythm on all their attacking right now. Reception's 5 metres from the net. Perfectly in the spiker's stride. That's the ones that they really like to hit.
That's off. Mikhailov taking the decision not to hit the overpass. That for it, pulling the spike away.
Nice set from Kovalev. Mikhailov can go over the top of it.
Good work by DeFalco. Russell now back to the serving line. Incredible to watch.
Said it before, I'm going to probably say it another 50 times. Really athletic, and if he catches it in rhythm, he can go over nearly every weight. That instance, Jendrik and Ensing.
He's 2 meters and 8 tall and touches 3 meters 60 in spike. And now Russia has come up with a point from the serving line to edge in front. Mikhailov.
It's Mikhailov's first ace to the day even if it's via a net tape, he's consistently put pressure on them. Had at least one long series in the first set. He's off to a good start again here.
Well-formed block by Kliuka and Volvic.
For me, this is a situation where the opposite could perhaps be better off challenging the middle blocker. The outside blocker tends to be more stable. That's what we saw there.
That was nice, running the middle in transition.
Enzing hits that high against the middle. They can get the cover more, and the first tempo has the chance to get back and attack.
Saw from Jendrik. Good cover from him too. Some great defense both sides. Enzing getting in on the action. Audacious from Shoji, digging a quick one out wide, but it's Russia now have a chance. And it's been taken as Kliuka finds the line. And Russia take the points.
Two teams really going back and forth there. Nice serve, float serve, causes problems for the receivers. Jendrik's first touch is good. The Americans thought that might have been a ball handling mistake. It's another good set from Jendrik there. As you said, Kavika Shoji is pretty aggressive with that bump set. And judging by the way that Shoji looks and moves after that action, he was expecting Enzing to be blocking in a different place.
Nice finish from McDonald. Deep.
Looks a little bit cramped up there. He can't extend the way that he would like, but it's high enough that he can find the space deep in the court.
A serve for the USA.
The net tape on the serve is playing a big role in today's game. Although that one bounced pretty high. Somebody had to have taken that ball.
Everyone looking to Kliuka, who was struggling to keep his balance, falling backwards. And he did really well to get onto that one. Massive hit from Volkov.
Something that we see more and more in volleyball today. Even from that reception that's out of court, the team is still playing almost as fast as they can, and Volkov is able to
set of sets, couple of good pickups, nice job. Just keep making them play long rounds.
Nice big saves into the high block, recovering, recycling. Be decisive with our covers and our touches, all right? Don't wait for the next guy. Touch it well, touch it high, really simple. Go on! 1, 2, 3.
Just 1 point separating the teams in the first technical timeout. Volvic with the serve. Good work by DeFalco.
A little bit of confusion there as Shoji ended up being out of the play and Watton had to make the set, but it was a good high ball set and DeFalco hits high off the blocker's hands into the over the defender.
USA take every point they can get right now.
It's a really, really tough serve to receive. The receiver normally moves parallel to the net. Needs to take a step forward to that, and that's the toughest move for the receiver. Falco takes advantage of it.
Time for Vlasov to go up, open up. Put the ball away.
Falco went for the same serve again. Volkov learned his lesson. He stepped forward, gave the Russian Kovalev and Vlasov a chance to score in the middle of the net.
Nice hit from Russell.
Really nice hit from Russell. I really like Kovalev's float serve. So fast, it always puts the receivers under pressure. But these top players are often up to the task.
Front row, this for Russia now. Kliuka, Mikhailov and Vlasov all over 2 meters tall in the front row. Huge serve. Russell does well to work the block. Free ball here for the USA. And DeFalco on the pipe gives the USA the point. They had to work really hard for that side out.
And they did it with the pipe in the end. It's not exactly where they would have wanted, but they're so good at using the middle of the court to score.
Oh, what a set. One-handed set, chicken wing. An unforced error from Russell. Russia will take the point.
After that first action on their side, I think they're lucky to get it. The set from Kovalev would have had a slightly different result. Russell will be pretty disappointed to miss a good high ball chance for a break point.
Covering by Ensing. Clever play from Russell, getting the block out.
That's a 10th point from Russell. Not even halfway through the second set. It's been really good for his team. The Americans are playing fast at every opportunity and also in transition.
Going to stay in play. It's Russia who take the point.
Everything about Mikhailov is business as usual. I don't know how many thousand points he scored in FIVB competition, but he gets another one off the line blocker, on with the next.
Sometimes just a machine. A big serve from him. It's good covering by Kovashev. And a great put away. And a bit of a football celebration from Volkov. He's got knee pads on.
It looked like there was confusion on the Russian side. Mikhailov wanted to take the second ball. Libero was there and put it not just in play, but right into Volkov's approach, and he steamed in and crunched it and gave us one of his many patented celebrations. Probably trademark, better description.
The ball in from Watton. Evidence by Jendrik getting the quick ball attack.
Judging by the reaction of the Americans after they won this rally, that was a really tough serve. Jendrik is a really dynamic and physical player. You don't always get the feeling of that, even on TV or from the commentary box, but up close he's really impressive.
Slow down by the US. A great block by Russia.
I said earlier that attackers can maybe challenge the middle blocker a little bit more than they do. But if you're going to challenge the middle blocker, you have to challenge him high.
Great serve for Russia. Beginning to edge away from the USA in this set.
It's the second ace from Kliuka for today. 63 kilometers an hour on the jump serve is slower than a lot of float serves. It's an excellent change-up.
Good hustle by Kliuka. Ball out of play by Volkov.
It's almost a pinball series there. Everything's happening really fast. The teams want to keep the tempo of the game. And sometimes it's hard to control it at that speed.
Into the second technical timeout. Russia leading by 2 and by 1 set to nothing.
It's been a much better set, much more evenly balanced set than the first. The Americans are only 1 break point effectively behind. Both teams are in a pretty good groove right now. It's going to be an exciting last 7 or 8 minutes of the set.
Fans are filing in with every minute that goes by. Enjoying the volleyball immensely. Some of the actions from the set so far. So leading the way for his team as much as he possibly can. He's got a really good action when he goes up to attack from the outside, opening up the cross-court angle, and really good at being able to hit that line ball with as much power.
Talked about the Americans going after Kliuka. Kliuka has twice as many receptions as anybody else on the Russian side.
Bobic with the serve. Russia leading by 2. Russia thought they'd got that one. It was very close to the net. They were trying to get their hands on it, but Shoji somehow finds a player to put it away.
Just barely got a hand to that. I think he feels that the blocker actually touched him and impeded him, but it was enough for McDonald to be able to score.
Swing from Glazov.
Glazov's a much different hitter than the other middles that you see. He's so high, even compared with everybody else here. When we played them earlier in the season, sometimes it felt like when the sets to him were actually going to the outside, they were so high.
Not much the USA could do about that one. Interesting serve action from Dmitry Kovalev. He takes off with 2 feet, which means he kind of jumps up, and then he looks like he's kind of chasing after the ball a bit, but it's effective.
It's most definitely not elegant.
That's exactly right. He goes
really
OT, we're deep in 5, goes down in front, no big deal. Go outside out of the next one. Hey, this is what we're talking about, that one cup medium ball. Even on our side, okay? All right, here we go.
Really tough to consistently pass a ball that's that fast and floating.
Will be happy with the way things are going at the moment. Team up by 3, 1-0 up, heading towards the top spot in this pool. Which means they'll play the second place team in the other pool. Still yet to be decided. Russia will take another point and another step closer to this set.
It's a really good set from Kovalev there, running towards position 4 fast and then setting the fast ball back completely in rhythm from Mikhailov. He can step inside and crush it cross court. Really nice transition play from Russia.
Oh, lovely angle from Russell.
That time he was able to receive Kovalev's serve really well. And you can see the middle blocker having to wait for the good reception. It's nowhere near the attack.
With the serve for the USA. Still in play. And it was too close to the net. Russell had it covered. USA take the point.
We have seen a lot of good actions with the feet these last 3 days. It's not normally something that I'm a big fan of. But ones like that where there's doing all you can to keep it alive, force the other team to make another swing.
Well, we saw it looked like USA taking the point in celebration, but it's Russia who'd been given the point. Russell must have touched the net in the process of knocking that overpass over. That's a great pick-up by Kobashev and Kliuka, but that's never going to go back and around the antenna. And so USA have the point back. Kobashev looking at that later, thinking I should have taken another step before I went to it with my hands. Kliuka not giving up on anything. Shoji. It's from Shoji. Russell just trying to go a little too steep on that angle cross court, and Russia escape and take the point with them.
That's a case of the spiker being too preoccupied with what the middle blocker is doing, trying to change his shot at the last minute as he sees the middle blocker coming and forcing the ball out of court.
With a very nice block out.
For a few times now that Shoji's played the fast ball with the underhand set, always trying to keep the time pressure on the Russian block, and Enzing was able to take advantage of that.
Kliuka hitting the post, but that's fine. Play continues, and it's another block out for the USA.
without the jump set, the keeping the tempo. And every time the ball is fast, the blockers are under time pressure to get to position and make good fall.
Islam hasn't been used a great deal the last few points, but he's always ready and waiting.
Those tough serves, you can see the receivers often don't even try to keep the ball close to the net. They just keep it in play, and they know that even from 4 meters they can play fast. Kovalev to Mikhailov like clockwork. Again, able to exert a lot of pressure with the serve, winning the...
Hey, we all just need to be watching this guy serve. He's a #1 point scorer. He's getting us constant problems, so just keep, everyone's a rep. Just keep getting better at this. We've had a couple real nice opportunities, right? So it's about converting when we have a couple transition opportunities, totally different set, okay? All right, let's pass this ball. Another good opportunity. One here, one here.
1, 2, 3,
USA.
Islam to serve. Very good serve. USA get it in play. Free ball opportunity here. Good up by Watton. Another free ball for the USA. Oh, goodness me, what was Kovalev trying to do? He's given the advantage back here to the USA. But Russia's block holding fast. Still the rally continues. Oh, and it's Kovalev just maybe still phased by what had happened during that rally, and he's come up with an error with his set, and the USA somehow take the point.
In the end, it's an error from Kovalev. At the end of a long rally, it's hard to keep your precision. I think as he was penetrating to the net early, thought he had a chance to spike it. Maybe that's why. Doubles up for Russia, Kopsar and Poletayev on. First ball for Kliuka. He just cut it outside the block and
Big serve by Kliuka. Taking a good position to use Russia's block. Give the USA the point, saving the first set point.
Good, high and strong hit from Ensing against the inside of the block.
It's a good serve as well from Ensing. Good play by Russell. It was just all a little bit too tight for DeFalco, and the error gives Russia the point. They take the second set, 25-21, and they lead the USA by 2 sets to nothing.
You play at that speed in transition, you obviously reduce your margin of error. DeFalco didn't quite get far enough off the net there. He tried to get outside the court first instead of off the net first. And Shoji doesn't get it in front of him, and really he's just clutching at straws here, hoping to hit something on the way out.
Set stats. The USA had more efforts, more spike points, but they gave Russia 7 errors. the points. Russia only made 2.
Of those 4 aces, I think 3 of them were net type serves.
Here are the highlights from the set. Fans applauding, some on-court entertainment while we were having a look at the highlights. I think some would-be volleyballers to try and serve the ball into targets on the net. Much fun and games going on. And for those of you who are watching at home right now but are coming to the finals, well, you're in for a real treat this weekend. We have our semi-finalists will be confirmed after today. This stadium is just magnificent. FIVB have done a great job in getting this venue ready. Right now, Aaron Russell is the go-to man for the USA. This is what he's been up to so far. All in attack. He's had a few errors though. That statistic could have been higher. No changes for the USA. Russia, they're back to the same 6 that started set 2. Donald, it is with the serve to get the 3rd set underway. A swing by Volkov.
Great job by Kovalev to keep in rhythm. Volkov, you can see the gap where the shorter blocker is. That's a really good place to start to attack. Up where the shorter blocker can't attack it, where the middle can't reach.
Nice dig by Kliuka. Well, that felt quite kindly where Kovalev was as Kliuka made that dig. Kovalev only had to take a step.
And again, Volkov matched up against Shoji. That 1-0 always falls in favour of the spiker. Volkov has 2 quick points to start the set.
Let's come back and hit Russell. Great blocking by Vlasov and Mikhailov.
Those are 2 big guys out there. If they have a little bit of time, which is what happens when the reception is off the net, then it makes it hard for the receivers, for the spikers.
Nice leave by DeFalco and Russell.
Rare service error from Kovalev. Again, he's gone back. He's got 2 break points straight off the bat. Put the real pressure on the US who are trying to come back into this match.
USA. Volkov tried to get the pancake, tried to get his hand under the ball, but was unsuccessful.
Great shot from the net cam. Unfortunately, he spiked the ball down where the blocker was instead of high and deep, where he would have taken advantage of his height advantage.
Another big serve. It's caught the baseline.
Shoji's just showing that there's more than one setter on the court with a great serve. He's got back to 2 break points that Kovalev had for Russia, and we're back all square at 3-3.
It looks like he's a tiny player. He's 1'90", spikes at 3'31", blocks at 3'15", plays for Volleyball in Italy, and he's got a really good jump serve on him, and he's got an ace! Courtesy of the top of the net.
Kliuka's pretty quick to lose his balance on those serves. That's the second time that hasn't been a really difficult net tape bounce or bounce off the net, and he hasn't been able to really take advantage of it.
Все, спокойно, принять надо сейчас. Егор, сейчас замену сделаем на Антона Карпукова. Антон, все, прием на знак, спокойно, прими на площадку.
Substitution coming for Russia. Karpukov replacing Kliuka, who's been the top scorer for Russia, although he's had some difficulties in reception.
Karpukov in the preliminary rounds has made some real clutch plays just when Russia needed him to.
Really nice, solid play.
He's on to court. Is he up to game speed? Doesn't have to pass that one. Belter from Volkov. Volkov having a job staying upright at the moment. It's an unforced error from the USA. Russia take the point.
Don't see the Americans miss the pipe very often. Had a couple of really good chances for the break point there. That one from Russell. Another free ball that the Falcons just pushed wide.
Volkov with the serve. Say happy to see it go long. Served by Russell. Excellent use of the block by Mikhailov, and he had to really make a lot of adjustments for that one.
Yeah, that ball ended up coming diagonally from over his shoulder. It's a chance. It's one of those ones where he doesn't really know what he's going to do until he sees the block, and with his experience, he can keep calm until that moment and just hit the outside edge.
Aldridge didn't have far to go to get onto that one. Covering by Watton. This time covering by Shoji. Russia got into a position to have an attack. And it's Mikhailov who takes the point. A patient rally from Russia, bided their time, took their opportunity when they got it.
Mikhailov again showed his experience. He had one chance to finish the rally and took it. Falco had 3 chances. He wasn't able to take any chances.
Talk about that serve. I don't think Vlasov would like us to talk about that serve.
Let's hope they don't show the replay.
Only just made the net. Wow, what a hit!
Volleyball really enjoyed that. There's a huge grin on his face after Volleyball makes that one bounce into the stands.
You need to check the pressure of that ball and also need to check the dents in the floor.
That's what happens if you don't get enough surface pressure.
Good up by Kovashev. Kovalev practically pushing Volvic out of the way to try and get a set. It's a carry called against Russia as Volkov played the ball, so the USA will take the point.
Russia ended up in the box seat in that rally, but there's just a little bit of confusion between Volvic and Kovalev. Kovalev couldn't quite get to the ball. The set was just out of rhythm. And Karpov, with his first contact for the match, couldn't find the edge of the block.
Into the first technical timeout. Russia, as they have done in every technical timeout so far, have the lead, and they're up by 2-0. We've seen some excellent volleyball from both these teams so far. And the emotions high for both teams.
That we've seen excellent volleyball isn't a surprise with these players. I suspected that it wouldn't be quite the same fire and emotion in this game as both teams have already qualified for the finals. But when the teams are relaxed, when the players are relaxed, it doesn't mean that the level goes down. Often you can see really quality actions when the players are without the normal pressure that they have to win.
USA as well, it's fair to say that the second string team, they want to impress, they want to show the coach that they're not only good enough to be, but good enough to be on the court as well, so they're giving it their absolute ball.
Absolutely, there's no question about that.
Good dig. No carry called against that one. It did look like it rolled up. McDonald's arms. Rally still going on. Another chance here for Russia, who've done well to play to the whistle. Good pick up by Ensing. Kovalev tried to go over on two, and that one's put away. Cross court by Volkov. It's a mega rally. It's Russia who take the point.
Volkov has a good serve. Nice swing from McDonald. Libro's in a great position. It's kind of a lucky break for the Americans. Ensing really gets after it in defense. He's had a lot of good actions. Another one there in the same rally. Gets something on that ball. Put some pressure on. So that's the third time we've seen Volkov against Shoji. And he's just a bit too athletic. Especially at the end of a long rally.
Volkov with the serve. Double touch called against Kovalev for his set.
Judging by his reaction, that's just flat out gone through his hands. Well, it doesn't look that bad.
Mikhailov. With the Falco in the way, he still couldn't do anything about it.
Just like that, quietly, Mikhailov, with his 13th point for the match, becomes the top scorer. Russell certainly has been a starter for a big part of this Volleyball Nations League. Arguably would be in their first six, and he shows why there.
This is volleyball versus Safety Perugia in Italy.
Really proud Italian champions.
Kovalev with the serve. Which way is that going to go? It's not going the USA's way. Referee saying the ball was on top of the net. Russia entitled to put their hands on it.
I think the replay supports that opinion. Missed the replay of another of Volkov celebrations. Still neck and neck here.
Shoji to serve. Oh, it's a little bit of luck for Russia. Vlasov appears to have hurt his ankle. He's got some ankle supports on. Must need support, so he's pretty well protected.
He's a good guy though, landing very in high place.
USA haven't had many chances to get the ball running. Jendrik will be delighted to have had that swing and got the point for his team. Mikhailov, he just frustrates everybody he plays against. He has no emotion. He always seems to have a solution to everything that's in front of him as well.
So they're playing at a consistently high level for a really long period of time now. 10 years since the 2008 Olympics. He has the same skills, but with experience now.
Basis volleyball presented Russia, along with Matt Anderson, who's on the bench for the USA, but Mikhailov, the favoured opposite player, and Anderson has to play through the outside for Zenit. Have a challenge. Whether this ball was in or out by the USA.
Set from Shoji, a little bit low. And Jendrik had to reach over his left shoulder to get his hand on it. Challenge a ball that's so far out.
I should take the points. Vlasov has the serve. Volkov's had some magic spray on his hands. It's Russia leading 2-0 and by 3 points in this third set. Might be the Stig that might be brought back by Mikhailov. He has done. Oh, that's just incredible. Well, we talked about the setters trying to put the ball up for someone to have a swing, and then Mikhailov's gone and done it.
Mikhailov, all of these guys actually are looking after the little plays, but you can also see in the extended rally, Volkov actually slides across from position 6 to make himself available for that hit. Often you would expect that the setter would kick everyone out of the way because it's his one chance to spike a ball. But Volkov, as captain, exerted his power.
Russia leading into the second
Sets, great set, right on the money. It's just one of those days for Russia where they're playing within themselves and show their high quality.
It's a great shot. Vlasov going through the middle, turning in the air to swing on the ball. It's in.
Transition work from Russia. Volkov did the work with an excellent first contact to put the setter in a good position. The setter made a good choice to feed it to Volkov, who's steaming in on it. And can't be much closer than that without being in.
Successful challenge for Russia. Gendering to serve for the USA. Put up by Shoji. Oh, great covering by Kovashev, deep at 6. And Mikhailov, every time he's hit the point, he's hit the point. Quite frankly, he's scored at everything.
Alvarez played really well in periods of this tournament, but he's found a little bit wanting here on the high balls and different solutions. The Russian block and defense is able to control him reasonably easily.
Everyone's up a little bit. Let's just try to get our body in front of him.
Got it? Good. Good play. Here we go. Go.
Come on. 1, 2, 3. USA. Come on. They're going high. I shouldn't be attacking the Russia they're just going to be
the second place team. We know that Brazil are through to the semi-finals of Pool A. So we don't know what position they'll finish in and who will be joining them. It will all be decided after this game later on. France take on Serbia. Big serve from Mikhailov. That's a good pass by Russell. Alco can't find the floor. Once again, Mikhailov can, courtesy of getting it off the block and away. He's still holding onto his fingers, number 10 for the USA after that swing.
Mikhailov been going a lot off the outside blocker line. This time he goes off the inside hand of the middle blocker. Yeah. Really has a great range, great
That's why I asked you, because that was my plan, but on that pass I got this. Okay, here's what it is. Yeah. All right, here we go.
Every step.
1, 2, 3. USA.
Huge serve from him. Looked to be going out. Kovachev must have thought that had touched the block. It is. Doesn't come back into play. I say we'll take the point. And now that voltage has been established. USA jumping with him. That gave a one-on-one outside.
One against the setter, one against the setter. Get that one, at least 80%.
Double substitution, Kovjar's come in. It's the same double substitution we saw in the last set for Russia. So will take the point.
Situation. One time, Kavashev can't control the first ball, and the Falcons are having lots of problems scoring against the big Russian blockers or the overpass.
Orbits through the middle, Russia up to the 20-point mark.
Replay, McDonald. Maybe he kept his head up a little bit. Had his hands in a slightly better position.
The dig. Well, we see what Mikhailov could do. We now can see what Volatiev could do as well. Left-handed, different style, but massive jump.
And really fast. That swing is super fast. He gets on it early. It's a way before the block has a chance to think about what's completely good.
Attempted second ball over, didn't work for Shoji. Volkov punishes the USA. And Russia edged closer to closing this match out.
Volkov touched that ball, almost standing on the ground. And then it's gone high in the seam against the setter. That we've already seen 3 times in this set. At this stage, it's not going to cost Russia too much. They should prove the set yet. Had a couple of good service series. Really out of the bag.
Stephanie Gould. Serve out of the bag. Russia now 2 away from victory. Russia aren't going to change their double substitution for the moment. Kovjar into the front row. fighting, trying to commit, but he still couldn't get his hands on it.
Gendry was up there early. Russell wasn't really in a good position, jumping in the wrong direction, tries to make up for it with his hands. Gendry swings on there to position 1.
Just got his fingernails on that one. Some chance here for the US. Gendry has put it on the floor. It looks like the USA have woken up, but is it just a little bit too late?
That control from one was really good though. Ball was spinning along, he's nailed it onto Shoji's head. Gendry scored the last point to position 1, this time 1 to position 5.
From Russell.
Americans certainly won't give up. Good sense from Shoji. Way too far across court. Russell can see that early, and he knows that he just has to cut it onto the line. He has almost half.
На прием, Миша. Внимание, дайте прием. Передача, Витя, поехали.
Давай, парни, съемок, рискуй подачи, спокойненько, вверх выбили.
Good job, they forced Russia to call the timeout.
Always low for that timeout. My team might be in a little difficult moment. They don't want to ever give the opposing team any victory in this situation either.
Error from Polatiev. Maybe now Jalapnikov might actually reverse his double substitution.
Set looked to be pretty good. Maybe it's a little wide for the left-hander. Didn't seem to be any reason for him to hit that one into the net.
Jalapnikov letting it ride. Shoji with the error. It's now match point for Russia. Disappointing in the end, the crowd were going, ooh, as that one didn't make it over.
Yeah, the crowd was ready for some kind of fireworks.
Russell. Off the block and away. It's Russia who take the point. They take the set 25-21 and they beat the USA by 3 sets to nothing. It's Russia who finished top of the pool.
It's a game like I imagined it would be. Didn't have the emotion in that we saw the last couple of days that we'll probably see later this evening. Both teams were sure of going into the semi-final. The Americans certainly would have been aware of the fact that they will have to play 4 days in a row. They gave some of their starters a rest today. The young guys, especially Falco and Enzing, certainly played their hearts out, but the Russians today were too efficient, too athletic, and they'll have
Serbia could be one of those teams. It all will hinge on the next game as we look at the stats for the game overall. Watching it really, so look at the top line, quite a difference in the spikes between the two teams.
I think the key point there is the blocks, 6-1 to Russia in block points, but the tail of the blocks is not just the points. The Russian block was able to touch a lot of balls, give their defense a chance. I think the extra number of spike points that Russia had is from the transition opportunities that the block gave them.
Not quite the day USA wanted. John Spurall deciding that he was going to go with his second six, give them an opportunity to play. And we can hear from John Spurall now about his view of the game.
Right. It didn't look like that you care a lot if you win the group or not. Am I right? And why didn't you care?
That is correct. I think we have the hardest schedule in that we were expected to play 4 matches in a row. So if we had to roll out all of our starters for 4 matches in a row and we ended up getting to a medal match, we wouldn't be very good. I know France did it a couple years ago, but it's very rare for the team that plays 4 matches in a row to win this. So we were fortunate that Russia beat Poland and then we beat Poland. We knew we were on to the semifinals. I do not have a very strong feeling about who we play in the semifinals, and it's unpredictable at this point anyways because it depends on a match after ours. So it was a good experience for our young guys to go out there and play a very good Russia team. We had some opportunities to win even with our second team out there. So I'm proud of the way they competed, and now I'm looking forward to the semis.
What do you prefer, Brazil or the home team, France, in front of that crazy crowd?
Yeah.
Positive, in a positive way, crazy.
Right, absolutely. This is a great venue, and the fans here have been great. I don't know who I'd rather play. They're both great teams. They both dig and defend and transition so well. I don't know. I'm just glad we're in the semis. We're going to go play hard. It would be fun to play France in front of France, in France, but I don't know. I'll take whoever we get.
Thanks, Coach.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks.
Some wise words from Spurall, saying it as it is. These are the stats from Hawkeye. Best spikers, it was all Russia. And the spike heights ridiculously high.
Excellent description.
We can also hear from Russia, and waiting to have a chat with us is Kopchar.
How happy are you after that win?
Of course we're happy. We like every time win, but it's this game not so important because before game we know that we go to semi-final, and most important game will be tomorrow.
So you try to rest a little bit. Also, Team USA was thinking about taking a rest for the key players. So these were the young guns, the second team winning that game.
Yeah. Team USA have different situation because they have 4 games straight, and today, yes, they play second 6 players, and we have yesterday free day, and because coach start with our first 6 players, and we will see who will write tomorrow and how will be result.
Thank you very much, and spasiba.
Spasiba indeed. It was a great game for Russia. They got the job done. They knew that it was a tough schedule for the USA. They knew they weren't too worried about who they played. Here are the highlights from the match. So this is how it's ended up. Russia getting the victory 3-0. And coming up, we'll have the host France against Serbia. And one of those two will be going to the semi-final. And one of them will be out. Pool A still undecided. Brazil are top. They are through. They have 4 points. Serbia could go through if they beat France 3-0 or 3-1. France can go through if they win or if they lose by 3-2. What a game we have to come. We do hope that you will be able to join us for that. It should be an absolute belter. And France, in front of their home fans, will be looking to impress. France's footballing counterparts are through to the semi-finals of the World Cup. Can the volleyball team do the same thing here in Lille? We will find out later. We hope you can join us for that. But for now, though, from all of us here, it's the end of the broadcast. Thanks for being part of the game.